Are you stuck for ideas when it comes to what to post on social media? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 10 ideas that'll get your mind going and help you post your next post on social media. G'day, Ben Futrell here, co-founder of Max My Profit. We're all about helping you build the business you imagine. Now, if you imagined it was easier to put your content calendar together and come up with social media posts, then I've got good news, because that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. I'm going to give you 10 of the ideas that I've used and I find really quite engaging and successful when it comes to putting posts up on social media. So here goes. Number one is a no-brainer. It's the business spotlight. Now, you can spotlight your own business or you can spotlight another local business, but I find a business spotlight is a great way to create a social media post. Now, if you are spotlighting your own business, then you've probably already got some content on your website that you can take excerpts from and stick on your social media posts. You could use video, you could use audio, you could use photos. Definitely a great way to do it. One of the other things I've seen businesses do really effectively is spotlight other businesses in their community. Now, this is if they are really a local business looking to build relationships and authority in the local community, and they'll walk into other people's businesses with their smartphone and do a quick interview with the owner of that business and do a spotlight. And it's a great way for you to show that you're in the community, you care about the community, and that you want to help other businesses succeed as well. So business spotlight is tip number one. Now that leads me on to my second idea, which is another cool idea, and I find these work extremely well, and that is an employee spotlight, a meet the team post. Interestingly, as you go down your business journey, you'll find that if you look at your stats from your website, probably one of the most visited pages on your website is the Meet the Team or the About Us page. Now, if you don't have that page on your website, there's a cue for you. Make sure you get it done. But on your social media, post a employee spotlight. And you could do this just once a week, have an employee spotlight, and you can then rotate that through every single time that you've gone through each and every one of your employees. Once again, it's going to depend on how big your team is, but I would suggest doing that. Now, if you don't have employees, but you do have a team of contractors, get them to give you a paragraph or two, or you write a fun paragraph about them and do a quick post. Ask them for a headshot or steal one, even better, off their Facebook page. You'll find all sorts of great photos that you can use when it comes to doing employee spotlights. Remember, people buy from people, and so the more that you can get people to connect with your team, whether it's employees or contractors, the more likely they are going to want to do business with you. So employee spotlights is definitely a social media post that you should be doing. All right, idea number 3 for your next social media post is industry news. Now, one of the things a lot of people don't think about is the news that you might be reading or seeing that's going on in your industry could also be valuable to the people that like your Facebook page or your Instagram page or follow you on social media. So just think about some of what's going on. Maybe there was rule changes, maybe there was new legislation, maybe there's been a new competitor, maybe something exciting has happened in the industry. There's been development, a new product, whatever it is that you can find. It makes for a great social media post, and it's very easy for you to curate, because all you're doing is taking the news that is already out there in the industry that you've probably already read and just sharing that on your social media channels. Don't think for a minute that your followers aren't going to be interested in some innovative or new thing that's happened in your industry. It works really effectively, and it definitely should be in your content calendar. So industry news is one of those social media post ideas you should definitely be doing. All right, my idea number 4 is another one that I found to work gangbuster, and that is customer success stories or case studies. Everyone loves to read about somebody else's success. So if you've had a customer that you've helped with your product or service, write about it. Let them know, whether it's a before and after photo. Maybe it's just a quick paragraph. Maybe they rang in and thanked you and said, thanks so much because you've solved this problem. People can relate to stories. We've grown up as kids listening to stories. And so if you can become a great storyteller on your social media channels, and those stories are about the customers that you've helped, then you are going to win a lot of hearts. So I suggest what you start thinking about every single week is who's a customer that we've helped, and write about that as a case study or a customer success journey or story. Give it its own little special name. And every week I would be posting that up on all my social media channels, because I know that your customers are going to love it. All right, social media post idea number 5 is to do a product or service review. If you have products of some sort that you sell, then that's an easy one. You can do a quick video or write up with a quick review of that particular product. So if it is, you sell something, you can talk about technical specifications, you can talk about benefits, you can talk about features, whatever it might be. Very simple to do. If you're service oriented, then you can talk about the review of your services and do a bit of a product review on what it is that you currently do and the benefits of the services. So think about how you can craft this product review. People love watching reviews, especially if they're delivered via video, and especially if it's product based, because then you can hold the product up, you can touch it, feel it, tell people about what the pluses are, the benefits are, how it works, etc. Now, don't be afraid to also do product reviews of things that maybe you don't sell, but maybe your competitors sell, or may even be just related to your industry, or your audience that they're going to enjoy watching. So, maybe you are a removalist. You could do a product review of a storage company that you are aligned with, or you could do a product review of furniture, for example, because you've moved so much furniture. You can talk about what you've seen that has fallen apart on the job. Who knows, right? But you get creative, and the more creative you are, the more people are going to want to and enjoy your content. So product reviews are a great way to post on social media. All right, social media idea number 6 is to do some sort of a poll. People love quizzes. And I found that with social media, in fact, what I found works most effectively is to ask a question with 3 choices. Any more than that, you're going to overwhelm. 2 to 3 choices is good, but 3 seems to work really, really well. So, and it can be really simple questions, like doesn't even have to be quite complex. Just ask a question with 3 different outcomes, an A, B, and a C, and ask people what they would prefer, or what would you do in this situation. And it can be something totally unrelated to what you do. One of the things that we know about social media is that the more people engage with your social media, the more likely they are to see future posts that are organic, that is, i.e. you haven't paid for. So getting them engaged with things is really, really important. So for example, you could do things like pizza-based sauce, garlic, barbecue, or tomato. Which one do you prefer? Now that might be totally unrelated to what you do, but getting people to interact with that post means they're more likely to see your next post. But polls are very, very good, or questions, engaging questions are a very, very good way to create engagement on your social media, and an easy thing for you to post. All right, now for idea number 7, it's to do some sort of a quiz or a contest. And what you can do is ask a question and, announce a winner. Maybe you could give away something. Have you got some old stock sitting around that you're having trouble selling? Offer it up for a prize and get people answering a question, like a quiz question. You might make them do a bit of maths, or make them, work something out, come up with an idea, or put together their own little funny video, or take a photo of something in a specific setting. Maybe you've got a product and you might say, take the most creative photo of you using the product and you'll win a free XYZ. So those sort of posts are really quite engaging and work really well. You just got to be careful. Some social media platforms don't like you gaming the system for likes or shares, so be careful about how you go about doing that. But certainly running contests or quizzes is a great way to get engagement and a good way to come up with social media posts. All right, now my 8th idea is just to post testimonials or reviews directly onto your social media channels. So if you're collecting Google reviews, or Facebook reviews, or on some other platform you're creating reviews, or even a customer sends you in an email or verbally says something to you to tell you how great you were when you delivered the product or service, ask them if you can capture that and get their permission to let everybody know about it on your social media channels. If you can get a photo of them with it as well, is great, because then it sort of puts a person behind the testimonial. But that's a great way to do a social media post. So if you're stuck for ideas, this is one that you definitely should be doing, is testimonials and reviews, getting them shared out on all your social media channels. All right, my 9th tip, if you're stuck for social media tip ideas, and I don't think you will be now because you've got 8 before this, but here's another one for you, is to promote like a coupon or a discount or a special offer through social media. So if you're looking at, moving some product, getting some stuff selling, then come up with some sort of an offer, a lead magnet you can offer, and make sure you post that onto social media. And it's so easy to do, it could be something that you've already got that you want to give away. It could be a checklist. It could be a guidebook, whatever you've got, a coupon, a voucher, something like that you can share that's huge value. People will want to see it and they'll opt in or respond to it on social media, and they'll really love it. So have a think about what it is you can pop up there on social media that is going to get people interested, that is around your product or your service, that's an offer or a tool to help people solve a problem. All right, well, tip number 10 when it comes to posting on social media is another really easy one, and is a no-brainer, and that is to repurpose content. Now, if you have a blog on your website or an FAQ section on your website, it's easy to copy and paste that onto your social media channels, and is really super effective. You'll also have sections on your website that are already built out, whether it's a product, whether it's something about us, it could be a service, it could be a description, it could be a photo, whatever you've got on your website. Every now and then you should just take a part of what's on your website and repurpose that content onto your social media. If you do an email newsletter, then as you do that, break the content out into social media posts as well, and just break it down a little bit. If you do something like this YouTube channel, same thing, grab your videos and share those on social media on a regular basis as well. So there you go. There's my 10 ideas for coming up with social media posts. I know sometimes it can be a little bit hard, but hopefully that's helped you to come up with, with some ideas for your next content calendar and get you posting really effective and engaging content on your social media channels.